Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft2 Legacy of the Void. Today, our Sunday series will be GuMiho versus ShoWTimE from the round of 24 of Katowice 2018. And it's going to be a best of 3. In the bottom right-hand corner of Catalyst, the ladder edition, in game number 1, it's going to be the blue Protoss player named ShoWTimE, hailing from Germany, and Arma team. In the top left-hand corner, we have the red Terran player, his name, by which you know him and love him so very, very much. It's going to be GuMiho. GuMiho. He is Korean. He's playing for Storm Gaming. So we got two amazing organizations here, two incredible players, both battling in Katowice for the right to be considered an excellent all-time elite StarCraft 2 player. Let's see how they do today. ShoWTimE is known for being technically correct. He is just so good at macro decisions, at macro abilities, timings. His micro is always wonderful. He's such a patient player too. He will not push out and overextend ever. I just don't ever see him take fights where he's like, I think I got this, and then just gets wrecked. He either wins the fight or he knows he's going to lose and backs off. It's very smart. And then GuMiho, on the other hand, is just creative. He is the creative Terran, right? The creative Zerg player is known as TLO. Interestingly enough, TLO did start playing Terran, which is where he got his creative label from. But GuMiho's the guy. He's the guy who really does crazy stuff. Liberators, Hellions, Cyclones, really likes his mech units here too. We'll see if he gets creative against ShoWTimE here at Katowice, or if you'd rather just play this thing regular, because you don't want to drop a game because you did something stupid, right? Not that GuMiho would do something stupid, but just something unorthodox, and then it loses, and people say, well, why did you risk that? Why would you do such a thing? Quick shout out to my Discord. I've had people suggest this for a while now. I decided to set up my own Discord server. There is an invite to the very exclusive Falcon Paladin Discord server in the description of this very video. Come say hello. Come talk to people about StarCraft and Brood War and professional StarCraft tournaments. And oh, this Reaper's going to get this probe. This Reaper's name, by the way, is X9K197, codename Manbat. Another wanted hero caught on Core Hall. This idiot tried taking out the entire Alonzo underworld without killing, but was quickly subdued when a Dominion general of importance heard that some of his less than moral dealings were being adversely affected by the wannabe vigilante. The general then requisitioned my services, in which I brought this Batman to his knees. So this is Manbat. He got a probe kill already, but there's already a depth here for the ShoWTimE. Are we going to fight? We're going to fight? No, the Reaper knows he can't win that fight. Bonus damage versus light, says Dr. Seuss, the Falcon Paladin guy. That rhymed so well. Anyway, Discord in the description. Come say hello. There's lots of great people there already. Somicron's there. Mini Titan is there. Firebird is there. I'm going to forget people. I'm going to forget to name people who are already there, and you're going to be very upset. Brynolf is there. I can actually pick up a list real quick, I think. Yep. Lib75. Not E.G. Idra. You might recognize that name, too. As well as Topher, Wakato. Yep, got some good names there already. The OG crowd is what I might label them as before the floodgates open. Hellions here from GuMiho along with Manbat. Adepts, good number of Adepts. Bonus damage taken by the Adepts because the Hellions do extra damage versus light, and that's what they are, but they also do extra damage versus the Hellions too. So kind of a stalemate there. Finally walling off here is the ShoWTimE. It's not as important to wall off early versus Terran as it is against Zerg. If you don't wall off against Zerg, you will get link flooded and die. But against Terran, it's like, maybe some Hellions will get in. Otherwise, Oracle too. Oracle name from ShoWTimE is going to be Kim Young-fun, the more happy and kind twin of the North Korean president that was forced to join the Protoss army and was banished by his father to learn to act cruel to his people like his brother does. Wow, so he's... Oh, actually, there's two of them here. That's fine. Kim Young-fun and friend. Gonna try to do some stuff. I feel like they're not going to be aggressive, though. Usually when we name oracles, it's because they're being aggressive and trying to get kills, but in this case, I just don't see them doing much. Holy Widowmine drop from GuMiho. I haven't seen a really good Widowmine drop at this level of StarCraft in a long time. Does fire on one of the probes. Both of them do get picked up. Both the Widowmines get picked up before getting burned down, because once again, once they fire, they're no longer cloaked. Okay, so now there's a Phoenix. So Phoenix says, you got to drop this. You got to drop these Widowmines or you will die. How does that sound? Widowmine down. All right, so Widowmine down, and that was exceptionally well held by ShoWTimE. That's what I'm talking about. I just don't see ShoWTimE lose 14 probes to a Widowmine. It doesn't happen. Oh. No, doesn't fire. Doesn't fire in time, and the Phoenix will finish off the medevac. It was a good effort by GuMiho, but not quite enough as pieces of the medevac fall into the trees. Fall into the trees. Also thinking about hooking up some Discord to Patreon type stuff. So those people who are Patreons can be part of a very special Discord channel for supporters only. Patreon.com/FalconPaladin is a great place to go to see how to support daily StarCraft stuff, whether it's Brood War or whether it's StarCraft2. It's going to be daily on the channel, and that's what it's all about. Also, I've tried branching out, did some Far Cry 4 stuff on the YouTube. Far Cry 5 stuff on Twitch is where I'm trying to go lately with that. So if you're interested in seeing me play some Far Cry and struggle to find a sniper rifle that will meet my needs in this game, also we're doing co-op with Summicron and kind of trying to kill each other, but they did a better job at getting rid of co-op friendly fire in the Far Cry 5. Might just need to turn it off. Some of the best parts of co-op Far Cry are the betrayals. We're going to be honest here. Anyway, third base is here for ShoWTimE. Any sign of a third base for GuMiho? I don't see one, man. Oh, just kidding. He just now started throwing one down at the third base location. Stim's just about done. Double Oracle, Kim Young, Fun, and Friend here to just throw down some Revelation. That's about it. I'm assuming that's about it. And then heading on out. All right. ShoWTimE with the third base way before GuMiho. I feel like ShoWTimE has an advantage here on Catalyst, especially here just based on the amount of income that he's able to get. 61 to 50 total harvesters. All the attempts to be aggressive here from GuMiho has resulted in the loss of 5 probes and a sentry, and that's about it. Again, more pressure here from Cyclone and Manbat. He's still alive too. Doesn't do a whole lot. It's just maybe another sentry goes down. GuMiho being patient as well, though. Also trying to push up at the front with a bunch of Marines. There's a handful of Stalkers here. Do they have a shield battery? I do not actually see a shield battery from ShoWTimE. He says shield batteries are for the weak. I don't need that unit. Blinking up, taking out a Widowmine very, very nicely. And again, Cyclone's recognizing they can't really run here. Do take out a couple of Depths and try to get another Stalker. Nope, before it's taken down. Widowmine is on cooldown, so not really a priority, but will get killed there eventually. So resources lost right now, 1,500 for GuMiho and 1,100 for ShoWTimE. More cost efficient for sure from our German Protoss player, trying to send out his Oracle team of Kim Young, Fun, and Friend. Oh, can he kill this? He kills the SCV building, the third base, and pauses construction. Is it like 98% complete? 63 out of 71 points in completion there. Seconds in completion? It is seconds, right? 71 seconds. Yes, it is. Marines, Marauders, Medevacs, standard Wings of Liberty composition going against Stalkers. They're going to do exceptionally well here. Sure, they have Blink, but you're still taking the damage, guys. I don't know if that's what you want to be doing. Yeah, exactly. These guys hammered that Stalker group. That's exactly what they do. Another attempted attack from the low ground. Going to take out the Stargate. Are these Marines? Good multi-pronged attack out of GuMiho. Kills the Stargate and then heads on out. So some nice little blows and punches landed by GuMiho here. Free Stalker ShoWTimE getting a little sloppy. Perhaps trying to defend on too many fronts. ShoWTimE says, we're 8 minutes in. I got to get a fourth base. It's time for a fourth. How does that sound to you, ladies and gentlemen? And I say ShoWTimE. That's a great prospect for sure. Charge on the way from ShoWTimE. Charge odds are so good. In pretty much every matchup now, they do that damage. 8 damage to the intercepting unit. Wait, does charge actually do damage to the target? Okay, good. Yeah, I misread that somehow. I was like, wait, they don't take damage from charging, do they? They do not. GuMiho, big Marine Marauder army wandering right on in here. Pylon down, depowering 2 warp gates. Whoa, and ShoWTimE with a GG. Just gets completely caught off guard here by this Marine Marauder army here. That is a GG. Are you kidding? ShoWTimE, no, he didn't have charge. Charge wasn't done yet. It was literally 1 second from completing. Plus, gateway units are fairly horrendous against Marine, Marauder, Medevac. They've always been. You always need either Colossus or Disruptor or Storm from High Templar, or at least charge lots to take this grouping down, and ShoWTimE just didn't have it. Just didn't have it and recognized the fact and decided to tap on out. Interesting. What an interesting game. I almost feel like that was lost when he lost all those Stalkers up here. Right, didn't have the shield batteries. The Stalkers just got absolutely melted by the Marine Marauder composition. Lost the Stargate too. I'm not sure how much that actually mattered, but as far as a morale blow is concerned, that was pretty nasty. And then GuMiho showed up, a little +1 attack, stim timing with 4 medevacs, which is a good healing number, and ShoWTimE just said I can't do it. Can't do it, so tapped right on out. Okay, so let's come back with game 2 of this best of 3 featuring GuMiho and ShoWTimE in just a second. All right, game 2 is going to be on Neon Violet Square, the Ladder Edition, more Protoss versus Terran action for those of you who are fans of the matchup. But maybe you're not a PBT fan, but a fan of ShoWTimE or GuMiho, or maybe just fans of high-level StarCraft at Katowice. Did any of you guys catch the 20th anniversary stream on the Twitch channel of the official StarCraft channel? Wait, that was redundant, but you know what I'm talking about. They had Day 9, they had Artosis, they had Tasteless, they had In Control, talking about stuff, giving each other guff, as men like to do from time to time. They had Idra. They brought Idra back for that thing. Are you kidding me? I thought he was done. I thought he was done with StarCraft. I thought he was like, no, this game sucks. I'm out. I'm out, right? I love macro. Anybody who doesn't macro is dead to me, and the meta was not macro, dude. It wasn't. You could get rushed any game, no matter what. It's kind of like my friend Jordan. Jordan, who loves playing macro-style Zerg, and when he gets rushed, he just... it displeases him immensely. He actually has a Twitch clip of him just complaining about another ZVZ where he's like, I just want to make 30 drones. Can I just make 30 drones in a ZVZ? And just, no, not allowed. You will die in ZVZ if you try to go 30 drones every time. Anyway, that was kind of Idra, right? He just liked doing macro style. And it works well for him. He was one of the better macro players. He's just hated the little early game stuff. Anyway, who else was there? Livy B was there. We had Rhett. Where the crap did Rhett come from? He's playing StarCraft2 again. That guy. That is a name from the past. If you don't know the name Rhett, it's because you're fairly new to the StarCraft scene. He was a god in Brood War. Also very good in Wings of Liberty, and then just kind of sort of disappeared. I don't know where he goes, but he's cool. Noni was there. Noni, the great American Protoss Hope. Noni was there. I guess Puck is probably the great American Protoss Hope these days. M. Canning as well. Let's not forget M. Canning. That was close. Just forgot about M. Canning. Anyway, Noni, just a wonderful, wonderful dude. Really cool dude. It was good to see him too. Just a lot of the old school people. No Husky. Strangely enough, they couldn't. I don't know if they didn't invite him or what, but he just was not part of this whole thing. It was kind of, I don't want to say it was Brood War centric, but it was a lot of Brood War players, a lot of Brood War casters were there too. I mean, the Artosis and Day 9 and Tasteless combination, as you can tell, Tastosis. Oh, Probe does die there for ShoWTimE. We're coming in with a Reaper. This Reaper's name is going to be X0N376, codename Warlord. We found this beast of a man in a suit of gigantic medieval armor, which it is made of. Whatever it's made of took hours of SCV drilling to get him out of it. And our heavily armored friend has been butchering civilians in the streets, screaming about his god of war and murder. Wow, this guy's messed up. I know Reapers are usually messed up, but this guy's standing in the pink rain, screaming about his god of war and murder. Bad times, dude. Looking off to, like, off camera as well. That is some classic. I gotta screenshot this. Can we screenshot this? No, come back. You were looking so pensive. Dude. Do it again. Do it again for me. I kind of want to use that as my thumbnail for the... Oh, he's looking the wrong way. Now he's looking towards the... All right, whatever. I'm out. I'm out on you, Mr. Warlord. Double Cyclone push here from Cyclone. From GuMiho is going to be the play. Also, Stalker here from the ShoWTimE, getting the Warp Gate Research. Reaper, pow, gets a shot off and comes back in. Third base from GuMiho, taking his pocket expand. That is one of the best things about this map, is this little pocket expand. It seems like most people don't want to take it until later, when it's harder, like easier to take a third base here than it is to take a fourth base here. You know what I mean? So you take your fourth here instead, and the third base up here when the time comes. But GuMiho says, nah, I'm going to just take it now. I'll take my third base here now, keep it very, very safe, very easy to hang on to, and then just trying to kill you before I need to take a fourth base. How does that sound? How does that sound? Monsieur ShoWTimE. That was French. Senior? No. What the heck is Mr. in German? I should know this stuff, but I'm casting. My brain turns off. I lose access to facts sometimes. All right, Cyclones, let's go. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, I don't know if you want to handle this, ShoWTimE. It looks real scary, dude. Reaper kept alive here, too. GuMiho's done a good job keeping that alive. Pylon goes down. Not an Artosis pylon, mind you. But a pylon, nevertheless. Cyclone gets trapped this side of the force fields. Does get taken down. Man, everything's powered except for a single working. That's why you have double pylons here, you guys. That's why you have it. KD8 charge blows Adept forward, but luckily doesn't get picked off, despite being on the wrong side of the walls. That gravitic drive, that is Warp Prism speed from ShoWTimE. Doing some Warp Prism harass himself. Got an observer out, scouts the factory, double factory, and another factory. So more mech strategy here from the GuMiho. Do love the GuMiho a lot. Third base from ShoWTimE coming up just north of ShoWTimE's natural. So yeah, that's where the third goes. And then if you're feeling safe, your fourth probably goes here, and then your fifth goes back here. But keeping this available for later, it's kind of nice. The other thing that's nice about this is if it's a later base, you have income. Even if your forward bases have been killed. You're not dead, right? Usually the forward bases die, you're left on your natural and your main, and you're like, well, I'm dead. I got no money. But if you still have this one mining, you have a puncher's chance. It's another reason to keep this. I was going to say, Observer scanned and killed instantly by lock-on ability from these mean old Cyclones. mean old Cyclones. So ShoWTimE's third base on the way, but GuMiho's is done. So a bit of role reversal here. GuMiho's third base up way before ShoWTimE's. That may mean that ShoWTimE's aggression could do some stuff. What is that? Oh my gosh, a Disruptor. I haven't seen a Disruptor in this patch of Legacy of the Void since that M. Canning video that I did. All right, Purification Nova gets 3 kills. Only 3. Oh no, and dies. Oh no, maybe that's why we haven't seen many Disruptors, because that did not pay for itself at all. Warp Prism gets out of there. You could have picked up. Why didn't you pick up the Disruptor? Warp Prism, why? He could have. The pickup range is like he could have been over here and picked up that thing, but didn't do it. I'm worried about lock-on ability, perhaps? I don't know. I honestly can't tell you what it was, but it got 3 SEV kills, and yeah, it's just not enough. It's really just not enough. Resources lost. We're going to see 700 from ShoWTimE and 500 from GuMiho, so we're close. Definitely absolutely close here. But again, with ShoWTimE, what is your other tech going to be? It cannot just be gateway units. He does have an Immortal, which is good. Immortal really good against Cyclone. Takes bonus damage versus Cyclone, but does bonus damage versus Cyclone and hits harder too. I want to say the DPS on an Immortal hitting something that's armored is more than a Cyclone hitting something that's armored, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Do we want to do the math? Of course we don't want to do the math. We don't do math. But here it is. Let's see. 5 damage, weapon speed 0.1. So that's 10 times a second. 5 times 50. So 50 damage a second? Okay. Meanwhile, Blue Flame Hellions. Oh, not Blue Flame. Regular Hellions. Here at the third base trying to kill some stuff. Fourth base coming up by ShoWTimE too. Dang, son. Dang, son. And where'd our Immortal go? Where's our Immortal? Where's your math for that? 50 damage per second. Immortal does 55 damage versus armored and weapon speed 1.04. Okay, so approximately the same damage per second here, but has 300 armor, whereas the Cyclone, where are you Cyclones? Here you are, have 180 armor. So in a straight up fight, an Immortal will kick a Cyclone butt, no questions asked. Damage the same, but just a greater health pool, especially with his barrier that absorbs 100 damage. Great, so very, very good. All right, here we go. Pushing out with Hellbats. Blue Flame Hellion on the way. Blue Flame on the way here, but not quite done. Storm coming in from ShoWTimE too. I'm not sure how effective Storm is going to be. It'll be good against the Hellbats, as they are light and don't have great health pools. But against the tanks and the Cyclones, not so good. Actually, you're just going to pick up. I was going to say, you can't go home. Why are you setting up tanks here? What on earth are you going to kill with your tanks in this position, Mr. GuMiho? I don't know. There's nothing. There's nothing there. Huh. Well, the music's intense anyway. That counts for something. Liberator does set up and try to kill some probes. Instead gets a Stalker death before blown out of the sky with particle disruptors. And here comes GuMiho setting up. Dorito missile tossed down on all of these units of ShoWTimE's. That's a big time hit there with the Dorito missile coming on in. With the Storm and the Immortals and the Archons in the front storming through, but there are so many tanks. Immortals, however, crushing through the tanks exceptionally well. Only 4 Immortals remaining. Is it enough to take out the remainder of these siege tanks? Actually, yes, because check this action out. Zealots got up on there too, and that was enough. disabled one of the immortals, the Raven. I always forget what that's called. Interference Matrix. It interferes with it, which is a bad name because it disables you. You can't do anything. It doesn't interfere with you. I guess interference could be all the way up to 100%, right? You're interfering with their ability to do it at all. I just feel like disabling Matrix would have been a better name. Perhaps Blizzard will consult with me next time. Next time I want to do one of those. Oh, good news. I did get Twitch affiliate status on Twitch. So that means that you can come over to Twitch. You can cheer bits. You can be a subscriber, which in Twitch parlance actually means that you pay $5 a month. It's more like a Patreon kind of a thing than a subscription in YouTube. Following on Twitch is a subscription in YouTube. Anyway, this is basically Amazon versus Google these days. Amazon owns the Twitch, and Google owns the YouTube. And I'd kind of like one day to stream to both, actually. Stream the games, right? The free-for-alls and the sub-games to both YouTube and the Twitch, and also my Far Cry stuff and other games. I'm going to play other games when they come out. But anyway, Zealots drop it on down on top of these SCVs. Did they kill any of them? Not really. All right, two. Two have gone down, and they're dropping in the Secret Pocket expansion, too. Gets a couple more kills there. And Liberator setting up at the 4th base of ShoWTimE. Gets picked up by some Stalkers. I feel like ShoWTimE is just in control in this game. He's up 75 to 62 Harvesters. He hasn't done a whole lot of damage to GuMiho, but he held off that attack exceptionally well with the Zealots and the Immortals. It was pretty tank heavy from GuMiho. Perhaps he learned a bit of a lesson about that. War Prism just gets picked out of the sky by the lock-on ability there for GuMiho. And look, ShoWTimE still hasn't taken his pocket expansion. He hasn't needed to. That's a good sign that your player is confident. If they haven't taken the pocket expansion, usually means there's really no need. Why would I do that? I don't feel like I'm being pressured really all that much. I feel like my army's bigger. Maybe it's not, as it is 168 to 178 supply. GuMiho looking excellent on the macro front here. Zealot tries to stop the construction of this command center. Up by GuMiho's 4th. It is a 4th, and it's not a planetary fortress either. Not that it really matters as much against Protoss, because 5 Immortals can crush a planetary fortress in about 10 seconds flat, if that, 5 seconds flat. All right, ShoWTimE dancing about. Dancing about. Overextending a Cyclone a little bit there, and a Hellion too. By GuMiho. I don't know what that was all about. Where's his tank count? His tank count is 5. He has lost 7 of them in this game. Is this Liberator? This Liberator. 10 more probe kills, man. 10 more probe kills. Oh, is he bringing the SCVs? Okay, this is it. GuMiho says it's time. It is time. Can I 2-0 ShoWTimE? Why is he bringing the SCVs? There's nothing to attack. Oh, all right. He's just going to immediately saturate this base as soon as it lands. Yes, more than saturate. 27 out of 12 available workers. All right, here comes the ShoWTimE. He's got all the Immortals in the world. 10 Immortals plus 2 plus 1 there, too. Got a lot of Hellbats to deal with the charge lots. Here comes the ShoWTimE. Dorito missile on everything. Anti-armor, bringing that armor down by 3. Storm on top of the Hellbats, exactly what they were intended for. Immortals refusing to die, as they are traditionally Immortals. A single 4 there, not that great against Immortals either. The Liberator's a bit of a problem, though, as they are sniping from the air. Is everything on the ground going to die for GuMiho anyway? It certainly looks like it will. Immortals need to get out of here. I mean, yes, you have a lot of HP. Your health pool is big, but yeah. Yep, there it is. Like I said, Planetary Fortress goes down to these Immortals. Really 0 kills on you guys? 10 kills and 8 kills on that one. That's fine. So that 5th base by GuMiho lands, and about 10 seconds later is destroyed by ShoWTimE's army. ShoWTimE expanded behind that, but because he is a boss, he's a boss. Top right-hand corner. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases, and none of them are the pocket expand. See? This is where GuMiho says, I need to expand again, but I already took my pocket. Can't do it with this army out here. Blinking forward, Immortals at the back. Nope, Stalkers getting in there was probably a bad idea. Well, ShoWTimE's patient, right? If I'm not going to win the battle, I'm not going to commit to it. And so far, every battle we've seen him commit to, he's won. At least on the offensive, right? Lost that one battle on the defense in the first game, but sometimes you are forced into a conflict because it's either that or lose a base. And who wants to lose a base? ShoWTimE doesn't want to lose a base. Not at all. I'm surprised by the number of Templar. Yeah, there are some Hellbats here, but not enough that you need all of this storm. How many does he have? 5? 5 to High Templar? Okay, they don't all have maxed energy. Fair enough. And the recall home to deal with. Whoa, big Zealot warp into the main base of GuMiho. Hellions here at ShoWTimE's 5th base location. Where did you recall to? Oh, he recalled to the 4th. That's very interesting. I don't know why. So 18 probes go down, 7 SCVs die in the exchange. Going to go ahead and try to drop more Zealots off at this pocket expand by GuMiho. A couple more SCVs end up dying. Pushing out across the map once again is the ShoWTimE. And SCV's going back to work inside the main after a workplace incident wherein a whole bunch of their friends and comrades died. It's got to be tough going back to work in that situation, right? Like, you've been working next to this guy for upwards of 15 minutes now, and then he's just cruelly hacked down by a Zealot with psi blades, energy blades coming right out of his arms. Yeah, man. It's not good. It's not good stuff. All right, where are we today? GuMiho. Just hanging out. He's been, I don't know, I wouldn't say he's been extremely passive, but 21,000 resources lost for GuMiho and about 21,000 lost for ShoWTimE as well. So these players playing it tight here in game number 2 of this best of 3. Again, GuMiho can move on with a single win. And you know that I'll throw up that anti-spoiler thing at the end if GuMiho just wins it here. So don't assume, well, there's like 30 more minutes of video, Falcon. Duh. Of course ShoWTimE wins. No, I will fool you. I guess I can't stop you from skipping ahead and seeing what's contained in the last 15 or 20 minutes of the video on YouTube, but don't do that. That's stupid. Don't spoil yourself. All right, Blue Flame Hellions trying to get out in here. Oh, no, he accidentally kind of lets... Oh, yes, he let the... Wow, he let the Hellions in so he could kill them. What a trap. Come into my lair, said the spider to the fly. That's what that was. He blinked away. The Hellions were like, don't mind if I do. And then there were immortals waiting, and the Hellion said, oh, wait. That was not what we signed up for, and it wasn't what they signed up for. The other thing about streaming to Twitch and YouTube is I gotta upgrade my upload speed from my internet provider. It's currently 5 megabytes a second. Bits? I always forget if it's bits or bytes. Either way, look at this. He has the upgrade, right? Servos, he does have servos. And rapid fire launchers. What the heck is rapid fire launchers? Timeout. I don't know what rapid fire launchers is, you guys. Does that mean the cyclone ability goes fat? What? I gotta look this up now. I hate being caught off guard as a caster, especially in StarCraft. I've been doing this for 3 years. I guess it's a fairly new ability, so I don't feel too bad. But here comes ShoWTimE. Thinking about it, says, okay, that's a lot of tank fire. And it is, because there's 10 tanks with +3 attack. And they have +3 armor. So both players just kind of dancing about. GuMiho, there's nowhere else to go, man. He can't take this gold base again. The army is just more mobile. The thing about tanks is, sure, they're strong, but they got to set up. And if you get caught while you're in not siege mode, it's going to be a bad time. Ah, GuMiho's going carrier. GuMiho's going the carrier today. All right, ShoWTimE, what you got? He's splitting. He doesn't care about these liberators. Holy smokes, look at this guy. All right, maybe he cares about the liberators. Maybe a little bit. He cares about the liberators. He saw those circles and said, reverse. Put it in the reverse gear. Small Zealot attack down here. Just get killed by Blue Flame Hellions and tanks. Good effort, though. Good effort, Zealots. You did your best. That's all anybody really cares about. These sensor towers, too, these ones, are really well placed by GuMiho to cover pretty much everywhere that ShoWTimE can go to threaten him. This is covered. This airspace is covered. This middle area is covered. ShoWTimE cannot catch GuMiho by surprise. I'd really like to see more usage of sensor towers at the high level. I guess we do see them, but sometimes it doesn't seem like that much. Okay, this is intense. GuMiho pushing out. Has to be kind of slow about it. Holy liberator count. It's got 13 liberators, 15 tanks, and 7 cyclones with 11 hellbats. Trying to storm. Yeah, I mean, Storm's doing okay here, but I think all the High Templar just died except for 2. Yeah, so 3 of them went down. Right there. ShoWTimE says, I don't think I can engage here. This ground attack is just too strong. The liberators especially making this almost impossible for me to do. But he says, do we want a base race? All right, I guess we're going to see a base race. ShoWTimE's 6th base that he just tossed down is going to die. Oh, ShoWTimE's coming home. Oh boy, this is looking bad. Carriers, though. Carriers going to be a... Can any of your stuff shoot up? Cyclones can kind of shoot up. but not a lot. Oh, this is such a mistake. Where did your Liberators go? Where are they? They were not with the army. That's for sure. So all this stuff is going to die. Carrier has +1 attack, and then coming from the backside with his immortal count, Archon's absorbing a ton of shots here too, and just absolutely cleans up GuMiho's army. The Liberators trying to kill the Interceptors. They do splash damage and bonus damage versus light, which is what the Interceptors are. So the Carriers are rendered effectively useless right now, as they don't have any Interceptors. 3 of them. As a matter of fact, does he have the anti-air to save? He just hasn't really had a great answer to these Liberators. I guess the Carriers were supposed to be it, but nope. No, sir. What has this Hellbat been doing? Well, he's dead now, but he's been having a grand old time. 8 probes have gone down. ShoWTimE actually double expanding on GuMiho's side of the map and says, what are you going to do about it? What you going to do about it, man? And the answer is, I don't know. I need another expansion so bad. I might as well expand down here to the south, but it's 193 to 145 total supply, making more tanks, making more Cyclones, but making a big mech army like that is not an overnight thing. Okay, it's probably an overnight thing, but it's not an instantaneous thing. You can't just, like, Zerg remax in 4 seconds here. All right, how many tanks are remaining? 4 tanks are here. Liberator count still 8. Still very strong, and ShoWTimE once again says, if you don't want me to attack in there, I won't attack in there. You can probably finish off this base, though. Not a whole lot of resources left, about 1,000 gas left at this base. Liberator shows up at ShoWTimE's. One of his double expands. Oh, didn't know it was here. Oh, hang on. Maybe he didn't know it was here, or she knew it was here. GuMiho knew that it was here. Starts finishing off probes. Goodbye, probes. Nice knowing you. Engineering bay. I guess you can make missile turrets, I suppose. Again, look at this. Look at this beautiful kiting the Liberator's doing against the Interceptors. He knows doing damage against the Carriers is almost a useless gesture, but killing Interceptors effectively renders the Carriers useless. Nice lock-on ability barrage there from GuMiho. Liberator cleaned out by a couple stalkers there at that base, and ShoWTimE pulling back. Just pulling back. 190 to 171 total supply. Okay, so GuMiho was able to get his army back up a little bit sooner than I anticipated. He's doing okay. More Cyclones, more Thors. The anti-air seems to be the pattern here. GuMiho's final mining base, though, okay, it's not a final mining base, but his newest mining base goes down, which is real big, and losing all of the SCVs. 26 SCVs coming from the backside. GuMiho trying to get rid of this army in a bit of a concave. The top side and the right side. ShoWTimE says, bring it. Bring it, GuMiho. The top side army is gone. The right side army, everything on the ground is going to die. The Immortals cutting through the Cyclones exceptionally well. More Thors are showing up here, and it's just the Carriers remaining for ShoWTimE, but he has the mineral income to consistently be producing these Interceptors. Archon, nope. Can't morph in on the ground there, but 29 SCVs down, losing a Carrier to the Liberators and recalling the heck on out of there is most of ShoWTimE's army. Oh, I think he won that battle. 138 to 113 supply. Difficult to say. It's 39,000 resources lost for GuMiho and 33,000 lost for ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE forced to abandon his perhaps overeager and ostentatious 8th base. Yeah, 8th base is done. 7th base doing okay. Carriers were given some time to make a few more Interceptors. The Liberators are not here. I don't know where they are, but the lock-on finishing off another Carrier. I've not seen a Carrier die to lock-on ability before, and now I've seen 2 in a single game. That's amazing. Meanwhile, Zealots here at GuMiho's attempt to plant an orbital command at this base that just died. Blue Flame Hellbats with repair saving the day there. Still 67 to 30 total Harvesters. That's not good. That is not good for GuMiho. ShoWTimE loses his 7th base, though. Again, the overeager expansion might have been a mistake. Let's just say it might have been a mistake. The Archons are just MVPs right now, doing no bonus damage to anything, but also not taking bonus damage from anything. The Thors can't exactly retreat because they're so dang slow. Zealots can actually chase them down and finish them off. It is 132 to 83 total supply. I'm going to say that ShoWTimE's going to win this thing. I just don't see... I don't know. GuMiho's expanded at the bottom left-hand corner, too, though. And he does have a nice Blue Flame Hellion attack coming in somewhere. I mean, you can't really kill buildings with these. That's kind of one of the rules of StarCraft is if your unit is fast, it's not great at killing buildings. But if you're fully upgraded and you're Blue Flame, you can take down some Stalkers. Absolutely do it. GuMiho's base is in trouble again GuMiho just doesn't have a lot. Not a lot left at all. A Viking, a Cyclone, 2 Hellbats, 15 Hellions. Not going to do great against all of these 5 carriers, which are darn near still alive. And there's the GG from GuMiho. GuMiho is defeated. ShoWTimE is the winner here in game number 2. All right, so we are tied up. We are, in fact, tied up 1-1 moving into this game 3, the rubber match. The entomology of which is unknown to this day. But let's check it out. We'll be back with more incredible StarCraft action from Falcon Paladin in just a second. Here we are in the best that StarCraft2 has to offer. It is a game wherein one player will go home and one player moves on to the next round. It's going to be GuMiho versus ShoWTimE on Blackpink, the ladder edition. And I'm very, very sad that one of these players has to go home at this point from the round of 24. Place your bets. Place your bets in the comments, assuming you haven't seen this already. Just makes me so, so sad. Actually, just kidding. The round of 24 wasn't that way. You kind of played everybody in the round of 24, and then they worked out some point system, and then you moved on to the round of 12 from there. But it's possible. It's possible this could be a game that sends somebody home. I don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs of how that works. You look at the replay folder, and it's like, oh, GuMiho played ShoWTimE, and ShoWTimE played this guy, and GuMiho played that guy too, and oh, okay. That's how this is. That's how this works. Yes, that's how this works. That's how this works. Quick plug for the podcast. If you are not involved in the podcast, you should. It's the Falcon Paladin Hour. It is every week. Wade and I, he's an Australian and a subscriber. We talk about StarCraft. We talk about video games. We talk about all sorts of stuff as the probe tries to harass this SCV and kill it before it can finish this barracks. Nope. Buddy SCV pulled off the line there. That's what ShoWTimE wanted, though, was another SCV to stop mining so that his mining probe, or scouting probe, wasn't too much of a problem. All things considered. Anyway, just search Falcon Paladin on anywhere you get your podcasts, whether it's iTunes, whether it's Beyond Pod, whether it happens to be Last.fm or anything that you use, because I know there's lots of places to get podcasts, and it's everywhere. So just check it out. It's free. It is free and a good time. A good time is had by all. All right, Reaper on the way. Reaper's name is Bill. Bill is a friend of Lieutenant Jackson and is serving time in the Reaper Corps. Let's follow him to protect himself from Jackson's enemies. Bill is the same Reaper division as the notorious special agent known only as the Warlord. If Jackson heard of his friend's death, he would surely suspect foul play on behalf of his enemies and investigate personally. If this Reaper dies in the first 5 minutes, then Jackson will request to join the squadron of his dead friends and be brutally murdered by the Warlord. Holy smokes! That's dark! Okay, I recommend you not die in the first 5 minutes, dude. Not a great place to be, and he's not. GuMiho's Reapers have survived longer than the 5-minute mark, haven't they? I want to say that they have. So, good odds. Good odds here. Alright, so GuMiho has done a straight-up bio push. That killed ShoWTimE. He's gone mech. That did not kill ShoWTimE. So let's see what he does here in game number 3. It kind of becomes a game of paper, rock, scissors, right? Where you played rock, and you lost with rock, and then you played scissors, and you won with scissors, and it's like, all right, so do I play rock or scissors, or just go paper? Something else entirely. What could GuMiho go that would be entirely different? Battle cruisers. Battle cruiser rush would be different. That'd be actually, I think, hard for ShoWTimE to deal with, actually. I mean, I don't know. Stalkers are really good in anti-air capacity. 18 damage per shot versus armored. They do hit air units, and they have a range of 6. So I don't know. I mean, Battlecruiser rush better against Zerg or Queen anti-air. Actually, isn't that great against Battlecruisers? They don't hit that hard. It's just the range thing. Anyway, no. The point is, GuMiho's not going to go Battlecruiser rush in this game. And I'm not saying that because I know, because I don't know. Wait, where's my Reaper at? Did my Reaper die? No, Reaper's alive. Okay. Okay, Bill, you're alive. Gotta be careful, though, because there is an Adept here that really would like to kill you if all possible. Oh, it's going to be kill or be killed. The Adept does die. She gets taken down. First blood. First blood in this matchup. Starport on the way here from GuMiho. Also, I have a lot to talk about today. Please catch me on The Gauntlet. Twitch.tv /Gauntlet SC2 here at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Come say hello as I cast live StarCraft at the Grandmaster and Pro level with just Jordan. Live StarCraft with a co-caster. What could you ask for more? Come say hi. Come check us out. You can see face cam for Falcon Paladin, which is actually fairly common these days. Not as crazy as it used to be. Anyway, yes, twitch.tv/Gauntlet SC2 every week, 8 p.m. Eastern. We have players such as Special show up and play. We have players such as Scarlet come and play. We've had... who's signed up the last few weeks? Lozira has been here. Up-and-coming players, too. Rainer has come and played. 15-year-old French player who's been fantastic. He all killed... did he all kill France in Nation Wars? I want to say that's what he did. And we also had Clem, a 15-year-old French player who's come and played too. So up-and-coming players, long-time players. Parting's been around the last few weeks. He's kind of been hovering. We also doubled the prize pool. We doubled it from $50 split between the first and second place winners to $100 split between the first and second place winners. That's actually due to mine and Wade's sponsorship of the Gauntlet from the Falcon Paladin Hour. So everything's kind of connected here. It's all very incestuous that way. I don't think that's the right word to use, but you know what I mean. Oops, Stalker, bam, bam. Free Stalkers, no! Okay, Colossus is out though. 5-minute Colossus, holy smokes. Also, is Reaper alive? Reaper's alive. Okay, so 5-minute timer's up. This Marine push, GuMiho says, I did really well with it in game number 1. Let's see how this works in game number 2. The answer is exceptionally well. He killed 3 Stalkers. He's killed a few probes. In fact, 2 probes, 3 probes. Oh, are the probes actually attacking here? That seems like a real bad idea. Then dropping back to take down the third base of ShoWTimE. While taking the third base back home is GuMiho. This is just incredible effort. Although going to lose one of the medevacs. He's just going for it. Holy Schenectady's GuMiho! You're doing so well with these Marines. No, you can't. And ShoWTimE GG's out. What? What ShoWTimE? Again, another fairly early GG from him after just getting Marine pushed. This is just a Marine push. I don't think GuMiho expected to win these games with just the Marine push. It was a little bit later in game 1. It was. Absolutely, yes. But, wow. Okay. So, ShoWTimE lost 8 probes, an Adept, and 6 Stalkers. And said, that's enough. That's enough for me. Is he probably going to lose this third? Probably going to lose this third. His army's way out of position to stop that from happening. It loses the third. Third's coming in from GuMiho. I mean, sure, it puts him on the back foot. It absolutely puts him on the back foot. But, I mean, 500 resources lost for GuMiho compared to 1,600 for ShoWTimE. Tripling that number up. That's a good place to be. That's a good place to be if you happen to be the GuMiho. But not game endy. ShoWTimE, man. I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know what the feels. But let's roll. All right. So that's going to be it from me. That was very abrupt. I'm kind of taken off guard. I thought we were going to move into a macro-style game. All right, so this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another Sunday series. Catch me on Patreon/Falcon Paladin. Catch me on the Falcon Paladin Hour podcast every week. Catch me at Gauntlet SC2 on Twitch every Sunday evening as well. So much stuff to follow. And Discord. Don't forget about Discord in the description. I'm pointing down, but you can't see it down below. Yeah, do all those things. And yeah, if you like what you saw and what you heard today, go ahead and feel free to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button here on the YouTubes. And until next time, as always, thanks so much for being here, and you take care of yourself.